beautiful ones. How are you today? I have really been looking forward to today. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to see your beautiful faces. Hi, Catherine, Brian,
Hi,
Lizzie,
hi,
Jane,
hi,
Joe. Hi, Catherine.
hi.
Hi, Nelson. Hi, Catherine, Annabelle. Hello, dear Annabella, Lena, Dorian, Laura,
Hi.
Daniel, and your sweetie. All right, dear ones, let's dive in. We are going to take questions, and they'll be teaching, and they'll also be direct clearings through the questions. So Judah is really brilliant at hearing the question behind the question, the reason you're asking the question in the first place, and getting to the root of that and clearing it. So if I'm answering a question for someone and there's something in it that's relevant for you, don't go unconscious. Connect in and receive that healing for yourself as well. We'll take questions the first hour. At the top of the hour or thereabouts, we'll have a break for about 5 minutes. So you can go to the bathroom, get some water, stretch out on your couch or your sofa, and get ready for the group healing. Generally, we have a smaller group, so we might actually get to everyone's questions today, but generally we don't. We just don't have enough time. So if you have a burning question that you've come in with, I want you to know this. Judah sees you, hears you. All of heaven sees you, hears you, knows the burning question in your heart. The question is sacred, and you will receive an answer, maybe not through a verbal channeling from me, but somewhere in the session, in the group healing, you will get your answer. Okay, so I want you to relax into that. It's so beautiful. I know there are people here that will attest to that, right? Later in the day or the day after, woo, you get some kind of a big breakthrough. Okay, there may be occasionally there are some weird things that go on, like shaking, twitching, moving energies. Sometimes my body is used as like a siphon to siphon off energies from the group that you're ready to get rid of. And so if you see me belching or burping or doing weird things, that's what it is. So it is strange. Don't mean to fire hose you right here at the beginning, but it does work. So we're going to get rid of a lot of stuff today. Anything you don't want, you can go ahead and set your intention right now. You're going to leave it right here, right now. And on the other side of this time, you're going to be brighter, lighter, happier, more of your true self, less of what you don't want to be, and leaving old stagnant pain and energies you don't want right here. Leave them in Judah's hands. So let's welcome Judah. Judah, we welcome your presence. I ask you to scoop up in your big, strong, loving arms everyone who is here today. Bonnie, Lena, Dorian, Laura, Catherine, Kim, Brian, Annabella, Ananda, Armando, Crystalia, Danielle, Grace, James, Jane, Janice, Catherine, Lizzie, Margaret, Mark, Martina, Nelson. Yes, all of them, scoop them up. You see everything in their field. You know what they're going through. You know what's on their heart. You see it all. You know it all. Tag and treat anything and everything that's keeping them from being their highest, most enlightened self. Anything you can safely clear today, we ask you to do that. In all realms of time and space, may this be an eternal work. And I also ask you to seal up anything in their life or their circumstance or their relationships that would allow them to recreate what they have left here today and close that door permanent eternally for them. We welcome Archangel Michael behind with his flaming blue sword, Archangel Raphael on the right with her healing oil, Archangel Gabriel on the left with healing waters, Archangel Uriel, Sandalphon, Metatron. This is a safe space. We love you here. Nothing that's said today will come from judgment. All of it is only love. All right, let's start with Dear Bonnie. You can unmute, and I'm going to ask you if you're doing anything during our 2 hours together that you likely wouldn't be doing if you and I were sitting face to face. I'm going to ask you to turn off your camera, and as much as you can, just give your full attention to what's going on. I know sometimes things happen. There's interruption. That's okay. Just you can turn off your camera and then come back as quickly as you can. And make sure after you ask your question that you mute yourself again, okay? All right. And this is going to be on replay for you, available forever in your student login on thejudahchannel.com. And so if I encourage you to really drink in, if you're in the hot seat, drink in the experience rather than taking notes, because you can always revisit the video later. All right, Bonnie, you are up, my dear. I'm ready to hear your question. And she may have had to step away. Are you there, Bonnie? There you are,
Yes,
dear.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, dear.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of shy. Being
So
the first up. I'm not very comfortable with this type of stuff. I'm getting emotional already.
that's good. That's energy moving. That's good. Go
Like,
ahead and just take a deep breath and let it move. This is what I'm talking about, that you get in the presence of these beings and the energy and the pain of it just starts moving right away. We're used to using conversation, but this is even more powerful. Okay, go ahead when you're ready, sweetie.
okay. Um, so uh I guess I grew up in a lot of sort of family dysfunction, and I'm the first person that I'm aware of in my family that's awakened. I have nobody around me that's awakened. And like I followed a lot of things, and as you raise your vibration, some people in your reality fall away naturally. Um, and I don't know, my question, I guess I'm just looking for more clarity, because like literally I've heard like about mothers being estranged from their children. For me, it's my entire family. So I have like zero support, and um, my marriage is falling apart, and I feel like we no longer align. And I know it's all about free will. Um, I guess I'm just looking for direction and clarity. Like, I have this feeling that I need to go to Peru. I don't know if I'm supposed to move there. I don't know if I'm supposed to just go for a trip there. Um, yeah, I just,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, let me address that with Judah. So this is a very common experience for people that undergo an awakening. Very common, very common. And you're not alone. You can develop a family of your intention, right? I heard you say, I'm alone, there's no one to support me, but look at all these beautiful faces. And you created this moment of support for yourself. So congratulations on that. So the first thing I would say is keep coming close to this family of intention, and there may be others as well, but if you feel led, come close, get to know some people that have already been through what you're going through, and they're on the other side of it because they've been in this awakening process for a while. I would really encourage you to slow down and stop thinking about really drastic big changes. Okay. Instead of taking a trip to another location, I want you to take a trip inside your inner being. Okay. All right. And really spend time meditating, spend time listening, learning, talking to new friends in your new family of intention. Try to lower the drama in your family. There's a lot of people that cut their family out of their life and leave themselves desperate and alone with no support in this process because somehow they've listened to something in spiritual communities and spiritual talk that made them think that they should do that or that it's inevitable. I absolutely do not believe that. It can be painful when you're the only one in an awakening process, but you're there for a reason. You've chosen to be in that family. There may be people who leave your life. There may be people who are super toxic and abusive that you have to have set some boundaries with. But a lot of boundary setting that goes on in the a lot of this quote unquote boundary setting that goes on are people putting up walls and they're hardening their heart to others. Okay. So what you're feeling, I heard you just saying that what you're feeling in your marriage is not that your marriage is crumbling, it's that the ego structures in your marriage are crumbling. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay. So let the ego structures crumble. And from that can be something really beautiful that rises from the ashes. You being the real you, your partner being the real him, you, neither of you adapting or changing or twisting yourself to be what the other needs anymore, but being true to yourself. And this takes a process of time. You might end up separated or divorced, and that's okay. But you really want to slow it down here and let things naturally unravel. You don't have to make a decision right now. It is a valid decision to not make a decision. And it is a valid decision to turn in and spend some time. I would recommend 6 months to a year of really coming close to the Judah family in learning and talking and making friends and building a support system for yourself before you vacate. The time to leave your home and your marriage and your country is not the time when you have no one in your life to support you, right? That's not a safe way to go about it. So take some deep breaths. And what led to the parting of ways with your family? Was it on
Um,
your choice or theirs or some of both?
um, a mixture of both. Like, just honestly, like when my sister, well, my other sister I had to cut out of my life because she's just a, a lot of narcissism and abuse.
Mm-hmm.
My mother has a lot of mental health issues and is very abusive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I was kind of led to sort of take my power back in terms of, because just being around her,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she flies off the handle over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And my other sister, it was a bit of both. And I just knew in my inner being that, um, like, I have no anger or animosity towards her, but I just knew that we just no longer aligned. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, dear. So here's what I'd recommend because we have some time constraints here. So I would recommend that you book a personal session with me. And I want to say this, there are a lot of things between letting someone bulldoze you and abuse you with their bad behavior and having zero contact. There's a lot of things in between there that you can look at. And I personally do not subscribe to the culture, to the no contact culture. It has produced a lot of grief, pain,
Mhm.
and it's produced a lot of people that wind up homeless with no support. Okay, so I'd love to work with you some more on it and in a private setting. And I wish I could scoop up all of you actually and put you in a class. But you'll be able to revisit this video and you can take a screenshot of this chart. One of the things that happens when we undergo an awakening, we're here when we undergo an awakening, our life previously has been lived in this zone of false comfort, right?
Mhm.
Where we're unconscious, we're likely making ourselves small, we are sacrificing, giving our power away to a lot of people, places, things, our family, our partners, our jobs. We wake up and realize, oh crap, I'm not being true to myself at all. I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing here. And so one of the things that can happen in awakening is that we can get pushed because of the pain is so difficult, we can push ourselves into an overwhelm zone. And then we literally traumatize ourselves by forcing ourselves to change too much, too soon, too fast. Okay. And it creates more trauma. If we end up in another country and we're alone and we don't have family and we've left our partner. And then if we do that, if we push ourselves too far into this overwhelm zone, it's more of the same. It's more of the ego that's afraid, 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 right? And so it's just pushing us, right? And it's overwhelming our nervous system and making us really anxious. And then there's a temptation to want to change back and that's when we go back to the same partner we just left, or we shack up with another one that's just like them, and so on, right? So you want to instead find this sweet spot, which is this challenge zone, which is where you come close to a supportive family like this one, and you look in your inner being and you talk with them and you listen and you give yourself a little time to grow. And yes, there's some uncomfort and like you're going through it right now. Um, and moments of confusion and not knowing, is my marriage going to pan out or is it not? Am I ever going to talk to my family members again? And but in that sweet spot, you can begin to change and create some momentum for change without pushing yourself too hard and too fast. So meditate a lot, sweetheart. Meditate first, and every time you're tempted to take an action, go back and meditate some more. And when you're tempted to take an action, go back and meditate some more. Okay? And keep coming around and using the tools. And I'd love to see you in a session. Okay. All right. Thank you, sweetie. All right, Lena. You ready?
There, can you hear me?
Hear you.
Hi, thank you for taking my question.
My pleasure.
Okay, wow. I have a lot of changes from the last year or years, and I think this year I start making some changes in my job, in my dream job. But I am doubting myself all the time if what I am doing is really the right directions. This is what I want to do, but I am not sure. And when I'm trying to meditate all the time, that I do a lot, but I feel blocked. Uh, and sometimes I get lost because all this emotional from my job is also connecting to my relationship, my personal life. And everything is like pounding in the same situation. So I don't know if I am reacting from my emotions or really this is what I want to do. Um, I know you don't know my question. So I want more clarity. I want clarity all the time. I ask for that. I want to help other people, but I also want to grow financially. And I don't see where I should go, right? So, well, I think she knows what I am asking.
Beautiful. Okay. Brian, while I'm answering her, can you find the iceberg image and screen share it? All right, sweetie. So when you're, yes, dear, when you are working on these things, so what's happening is you're doing this job that you love, but you're feeling some resistance and you're feeling that it's tied and connected to other things going on in your heart. Is that right?
Mhm.
When you feel blocked, this is for everybody. When you feel blocked, 99% of the time it's an ego part. It's a young, fragile ego part that came to in existence in the range of 0 to 7 as an adaptation to your life experience. So no little baby lays in their mother's arms and thinks, I wonder what I'm going to do when I grow up in the morning, when I grow up. I wonder how I'm going to make money and survive when I'm grown. No baby ever thinks that way, right? These are adaptations that we have. So taking a look at this image, right? So here you are, you're consciously creating your life. You have your dream job. You have created that, consciously created that. And you are consciously you're understanding the patterns and connections between what's going on at work and what's going on in your inner being, and you feel blocked. These blocks are what are going on in the unconscious mind. It's the iceberg below the surface. And this is the beauty of the Judah Treats audio program that you're going to get free for everybody here is going to get it free for a month, is that you begin to find out what it is that you believe that's buried in your subconscious mind that is causing the issue. So what I'd like for you to do, Lena, right now is I'd like you to give me one, it can be a small thing, a specific thing where you feel blocked in this work situation. And I'm going to show you how it applies here.
Because I know if I want to do this job, I had to spend more money and also quit my current job. And I don't know if I am ready to do that. And I know I had to be sure of what I want to do, but I also had to be mindful of how to do this transition.
Right. So you're feeling not ready. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And are you pressuring yourself to be ready?
I think I am.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Brian. You can take that down, sweetie. So I want you, Lena, to drop in your inner being and just close your eyes. Let your mind melt. I want you to focus on your heart. I want you to tell me the first instance that comes to your mind when you were very little, where you were being pushed to do something that you weren't ready for, or you pushed yourself to do something you weren't ready for.
To be alone.
And how old were you?
5
And you had to stay at home by yourself alone, is that right?
at night.
And there was no parent there, and you were 5 years old at home alone?
Just a neighbor.
Yeah.
Come
Okay, bingo, that's it. All right, you guys see how this works? We're going to treat this, Lena, so stay in that space while I teach a little bit. Just relax, close your eyes, stay in that feeling of what it was like to be a 5-year-old little girl at home alone and spending the night totally alone by yourself, and how terrifying that was. Now, just stay in that feeling. I'm going to talk to all of you. So you see how she has enough manifestation and enough awareness and insight to create this beautiful dream job for herself. But there is a young 5-year-old little girl who is thwarting any further success because it's terrified that she's alone in this. You guys see that? This is the iceberg underneath the surface that's thwarting her conscious, the iceberg above the surface, her conscious manifestation. This is why we designed Judah treats, for this reason. Okay. All right, sweetheart. We're going to treat this right now.
No, my head is pounding just.
Yeah. Close your eyes. I want you to be little Lena, 5 years old, at home, alone, no adult, terrified. I want you to be her.
Okay.
I want you to see me come in there. I'm coming in there. I say, oh, I'm so sorry, honey, that you were left here by yourself. I'm here. I'm going to take care of you tonight. I'm going to stay with you all night. You're okay now. You're safe. Judah, please tag and treat this feeling. I'm not safe. The belief I'm not safe. I'm alone. I have to take care of myself. It's all on me. I'm afraid. Judah, please tag and treat any and all parts, predispositions, protector controllers, judgments, all fear, all negative emotion caused by this moment in time when Lena was left by herself overnight. Treat everything associated to it in all realms of time and space, all densities and dimensions, all realities and frequency bands. Do a massive change history and everything after that. Judah, please strengthen any positive self-empowering aspects of this experience. Okay. So the job here is to reparent yourself and know that you're not alone. And the first dear one that I spoke to today, you also, precious one, you have something similar to what Lena just shared in your past that's caused you to unconsciously, you didn't mean to, create a situation where all your family, you have no family and you have no support and you're alone. You have a very similar sort of feeling in your 0 to 7 range that you can treat with Judah treats. And this is why I'm saying, don't leave your husband yet. Don't move out of the country yet. Find what's under the iceberg and treat that so you can begin to naturally attract support for yourself. Any feedback from that, Lena?
No, I think I have those ideas since January. That flashback when I was a child come very often now that I never think about that, but I didn't integrate like now, right?
Good.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
Beautiful work. Thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing that, sweetie. And so what I want to say to you guys is that the universe only gives you what you believe, only. Okay, so if there's a little young ego part in you that believes I'm alone and it's scary AF, I'm alone and all the people that are supposed to care for me in life have let me down. Go ahead, sweetie. Do you have something you want to add? You have to unmute it, darling.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I have a lot of headache and in the last month, and my ear was like zzz, for a long time, then it stopped, and now it's back. And sometimes I'm alone and I feel that strong just in my right side, and I was wondering if that's connected with my headache. So what's going on with that?
Yes, the headaches and the ear, all of that is a crown chakra issue. And it's the energy is you're wanting, your soul is wanting. I'm going to share this screen. Your soul is wanting to move in these higher centers, the blue and the violet. That's what your soul is wanting. Your level of consciousness is rising. So as you're doing that, you're going to feel you might feel this kind of pressure and needing to release stagnant energies in your third eye and your crown, and they can sometimes manifest as ear pain and headache pain. So you're doing fine. Don't freak out about it. Use the Judah Treats topic on chakra clearing, and if you can, come for our next course, which I think will start in January, and you'll learn more about clearing these things. Okay, thank you, darling. So going back to what we're talking about here, the beliefs are you can only manifest your beliefs, and they're unconscious, they're buried. So treats gives you the opportunity to allow them to bubble up to the surface. Okay, Dorian, it's your turn, my dear. You can unmute now.
Hi,
Thank
can you
you.
hear me?
I
Do
can.
you hear me? Okay. First of all, I recognize I'm from Holland, so my English is not so. I use my paper.
Fine.
I recognize the scared child, 5 years. Yes. So my story, I awakened 30 years ago, and I have done a lot of cleaning and clearing from the perspective of the soul, and always looking for balance and healing. And I experienced a lot of progression and improvement with my health issues. But now, last Monday, I was diagnosed with bladder cancer, and I'm really stressed and scared for also reasons, because of my sensitivities for my bowel, the leaky gut, the adrenalines, autoimmune disease. So I have really take care for what I put in my body. And now I get all these researches and a scan, and I don't have any control anymore, and I'm really, yeah, stressed and afraid for yeah,
Okay,
for
good.
the
Let's handle this, my dear.
yeah.
So first of all, you can further frighten and traumatize yourself by reading everything out there on the internet and researching. And
I
that's,
don't do
yeah, and that can keep you in a thought loop with your mind that increases the fear and the panic. So if you feel safe with your doctors, just keep leaning in to that and listening to what they're saying. Okay, but what I want to say and here is we can treat what allowed this. We can treat what allowed this and what gives it food, this disease, food. We can
yeah,
starve the disease from a spiritual and emotional standpoint. So
yeah,
the bladder issues is a red and orange ray. It's root and sacral chakra. Okay. So somewhere in the 0 to 7 range, and likely beyond as well, you had injuries to the root and the sacral chakra that have created an environment that's conducive to this cancer. And so the red ray is all about, and you should have this, you guys should be getting this chart to show it to you again real quick. So you're looking at red ray, sweetie, and orange ray. This is what you want to heal.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is in the treats, there is a chakra clearing audio treatment on this. And we're going to treat this for you with Judah right now.
I've done that.
Good. Keep going. So red is about sadness. It's about grief. Orange is about anxiety and fear. We all have injuries in those rays, all of us. But there's enough of that that hasn't been resolved for you that's allowed this to create a breeding ground for the disease. The red ray is about being safe. The orange ray is about being nourished. So I want you to spend time in Judah Treats and with just in your own meditation, self-inquiry. I want you to look at any times in your life where you didn't feel safe and anytime in your life you didn't feel supported, nourished by your caregivers, by your family, by your community, by your school teachers, by life. Okay? But there is, I love what you said. There's nothing I can do about it, right? So you have to ultimately to get yourself into the green ray. The green ray is the heart chakra. The task to get yourself there out of the pain and suffering and the disease that's happening in the red and orange and into the green is to allow what is. Allow it and embrace it. Surrender. Surrender to the powers that be. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's do this together right now, sweetie. I want you to drop in your heart. Judah, I thank you for Dorian. And we acknowledge that this disease has given her an opportunity to heal herself in all realms of time and space. Of every time she's ever felt sad, anxious, afraid, every time she's ever felt unsafe, every time that life and people failed to nourish her and support her, Judah asks you to tag and treat all of that. Every time in the story of her soul that she felt unsafe, unprotected, unsupported, not nourished, every experience like that, Judah, tag and treat it in all realms of time and space, all densities and dimensions, all realities and frequency bands. Clear it eternally from the story of her soul. Judah, please tag and treat anything that would allow her to recreate those experiences and shut the door on it permanently. Judah, please tag, treat, touch every cancer cell and kill it. Every cancer cell, I command you right now. I command you to release from Dorian's system and flush out of her body. I command the flushing of all disease and cancer to happen now. Now. All of it flushing out of her body. Judah, bring a release. Bring release, bring healing. A lot of times, this may not be for you, Dorian, but it could be for somebody else. A lot of times, bladder issues and cancers in those areas are from sexual trauma, sexual abuse. Yeah?
I had one. Yeah.
Great. So let's treat that. I want you to hold that in mind. How old were you, sweetie?
5.
Okay. Let's all help her. Come on, guys. Help us. Don't go to sleep on me. All right. I want you to drop in and be 5-year-old Dorian that's been sexually abused. Judah, tag and treat this incident fully in every realm of time and space. Anything that led up to it, anything that came after it, all the fear, all the terror, all the pain, everything she stored in her body, I command that energy to go now. Now. All of it. All of it. Judah, neutralize everything around this event, and I speak to the field of the perpetrator. I release you, Dorian, from the field of your perpetrator. The field of this perpetrator has been linked to you like links in a chain. And right now, I just cut that chain, and you are loosed from him forever. Loosed from him. I command his field to be gone. Judah, smooth out the emotional pain of this painful, hurting man. Smooth out the emotional pain, release him back to source. And I speak to this field of this, and I say, you may not live rent-free in this woman's body anymore, ever again. You may not live rent-free in her head, or in her body, or in her emotional state, or her auric field, or her larger fifth dimensional field. You are not welcome here anymore. I release you. Thank you. Thank you. Judah, treat all generational fields from the top down and the bottom up. Smooth out their pain, release them back to source. Thank you. Good. You're doing great, sweetie. Take some deep breaths. You guys blow her some freedom and love. freedom, love,
Ah,
love. Good, 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 good.
ah,
All right, sweetheart, you're going to have some big clearing for a couple of 2 or 3 days. It might be a little longer. I want you to rest as much as you can, drink a lot of
ah,
water, sleep. Don't overthink anything. Let the emotion come, let the feelings wash out of your body, okay?
ah.
You're on the way. You're on the way. Plan for this to be the end
Okay.
of your cancer, okay? All right.
Thank you.
I love you. Thank you for being so kind.
Uh,
All right, darling. All right, keep using juice.
thanks.
Please don't stop, okay? All right, dear Laura, it's your turn, my love. You can unmute yourself.
Okay.
Go ahead, my love.
Oh, okay. First off, I am sending gratitude and love
Thank
to
you.
you and Judah and all the beautiful souls here today, past and present and future. And I also want to thank you for all the changes in my life, all the beautiful changes. I have been dreaming, and the dreams are so real. And I had this dream that I wanted to talk to you and Judah about.
Okay.
And the dream, I'm actually pulled out of my body. I can feel it being whisked up. And I go to this like motel place and sitting, where I can see all these people passing by and going by. And I'm like, I have to be here for a reason. So I got up and I start walking. And I walked down a long hallway and I knocked on a door and I opened. It was my mother. And I said, Mommy. And she said, You're not supposed to be here yet. And I got scared and I shut the door. And so the next thing that happened is I went to another door and they said, Oh, you're right on time. And they pulled me in and all of a sudden I'm pregnant. And excuse me, I'm going to get a little graphic here, but I am really pregnant. And so they lay me down in a bed and then I'm all by myself. And then I hear push, push, and I'm pushing a real baby out of me. And I'm like, what is going on?
Mhm.
And so the baby gets stuck and a nurse comes in and she says to me, Laura, push. And so I pushed, and that baby came out into my hands and then went away. And then, you know how in hospitals on the chalkboards, they put names or, the names of the nurses and whatnot. Well, on that, it said Jimmy. And then all of a sudden I woke up from the dream, and I haven't had it recently, but it is always stuck with me. And I think it has, listening to Judah today, I think it has something to do with what I'm going through now, but I'm going to get your guys' take on it.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It was awesome. Okay, so basically what's happening, sweetie, is you are having out-of-body experiences and doing astral travel. The hotel and the hallways and the doors represent different portals in consciousness. And so you're literally entering different fields of consciousness. You entered your mother's field of consciousness. She was surprised to see you because she didn't expect to see you there on the other side until after your passing. So that explains her reaction. So you entered your mother's field of consciousness to check on mom. You might have entered some other doors that represent other people's fields of consciousness. You did this in a dream state because in a dream state, our mind is relaxed and our ego is much less resistant to this type of work. That's actually what I'm doing here on this call, you guys. I enter into your field of consciousness, just like going through one of those motel room doors, and I get in there and work, and then I come back out and close that door. Right. So these are skills that you can you're stumbling into them, Laura. It's beautifully. It's the fruit of a lot of discipline and hard work that you've done on your spiritual life. It's a skill that I can teach you guys. We learn it in the journey of the true you. So you are having out of body experiences. You're having astral travel. The birthing that you had, you were literally birthing a baby somewhere here on the earth. There was someone having a baby, and there was some danger there and some stuckness. and you stepped into that field of consciousness and helped that baby to come forth. And the little baby's name is Jimmy. God bless him wherever he is. And so this is what I wish for all retired persons. I wish that all retired persons are spending their time doing what you're doing, sweetie, because what you're doing is so powerful. You can sit on your couch, lay in your bed, and change the world. The work that you do in the quantum field from your couch or your easy chair or your bed can change the world, and you're doing it. So just keep doing it, sweetie, and have fun. Thank you for sharing it. It's beautiful. All right, Catherine, your turn, my dear. You can unmute now.
This is just awesome, by the way. Hello to everyone. I'm really loving being part of this. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
I'm gonna read my question because it's hard.
We love you here. There's no judgment.
Okay. Dear
All-
Judah,
all
dear
questions.
Judah,
Mhm.
I want to ask you about how I can go about healing my vision, my eyes, and the vision part of my brain. Okay. I'm an empath. And I had a terrible encounter about 2.5 years ago with a guru, narcissist, psychopathic guy. Really bad.
Mhm.
It was really bad. And I've worked really hard. I've gone down to red and I gave myself to God because God didn't release me from life, so I'm here.
Mhm.
And I love life. I'm a lover of life. So I'm having strong things happening in my brain in terms of fatigue, and the eyes aren't working together. And the other thing that's happened is 10 months ago, my husband almost died on the hospital table. He just got home 2 weeks ago. He was in hospital 10 months, and I'm his caretaker. And it's really hard.
Yeah, you need some help, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You ready? Let's dig in and work on this.
Ready. I'm ready.
All right. First, let's start with the injury from the spiritual not leader, the not spiritual leader. Okay. Just hold him in mind.
Okay.
Okay. Judah, please tag and treat this entire experience that Catherine had. This was an injury to your third eye, sweetie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And to your crown as well, because it was, yeah, it's just an injury to try to keep you from moving forward in your gifts. Because the truth is, you don't need a spiritual leader. You are one. And you're a torchbearer. Judah, please tag and treat everything about this experience. Drop in your heart, sweetie. All the hurt, all the pain, all the deception, all the twisting of spiritual principles, all the betrayal and rejection and mistrust, everything that's unintegrous, everything around this situation that wasn't of high unconditional love and wasn't integrous. Judah, treat all of that and the trauma of it in all realms and time and space, all densities and dimensions, all realities and frequency bands. Judah, tag and treat anything that Catherine believed about herself as a result of this situation and replace it with a positive self-empowering belief. Because you're the guru, sweetheart. You're the guru. You know how to heal yourself. You have access to all information. You can see anything that needs to be seen, anything that needs to be received from angels, from the other side. You can receive it yourself.
Wow.
You don't need someone else to do it for you. You're the channel, you're the conduit. And that goes for all of you here, every single one of you. You are the guru. Your higher self is the perfect guru for you. So, Judah, please continue washing and washing that whole situation and everything related to it until all of it is completely neutralized and there's no more negative sensations or feelings around it. Now, we're going to work on your eyesight, sweetie. Dr. David Hawkins is one of my favorite mentors and gurus. He lost his eyesight, most of it, not all of it, but most of it in his remaining days. And Byron Katie also has very little eyesight at all. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen for you at all. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I want you to be okay with whatever happens. This is a highly enlightened way to operate, to be okay. So I'm going to walk you through it right now, okay? You guys can all use this on any situation coming up for you. I want you to just answer me, sweetie, with a yes or no answer. Okay. And I want you to make it brutally honest. Be honest. Okay. All
Okay.
right. All right. So close your eyes, go in your heart. Catherine, can you let go of wanting and needing to see?
Yes.
And can you let go of wanting and needing to not see?
Oh gosh, I don't understand the question. Say again.
Well, there are a lot of things we don't want to see. You guys get that? It's a lot of things we don't want to see. They're painful. There's a lot of painful things going on in the world. Sometimes we just don't want to see it. This is not just about your physical eyes, sweetie. This is about your third eye. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So let me keep asking. Catherine, can you let go of wanting and needing to see?
Yes.
Can you let go of wanting and needing to not see?
And letting go.
Can you let go of wanting and needing to not see certain things?
When I say yes, that means that that I'm willing to see things.
Well, you can say no if it feels like a no. Give me what you feel. It feels like a yes or it feels like a no.
Well, it's funny, to be brutally honest. The first question, I'm so attached to seeing and I get so anxious not. The second question is, I would like to internally with my third eye see everything.
Okay, good. All right, good. Now let's keep going. I want you to
Okay.
give your gut level feeling, not what
Okay.
you think I want to hear, not what you think you
Oh,
should say, but I want you to tell me what you really feel on a gut level.
okay. I really want to see. I really
Okay,
want to see,
good. No, let's keep going. You're losing. See, you're releasing the energy. Do you feel it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going. Good. You're doing it. All right, Catherine, can you let go of wanting and needing to see?
I still can't let it go.
Say a big no. If it's a no, just say it. Let me hear it.
No, I'm an artist.
Right.
I'm horseback riding.
That's right. Yeah.
I love nature. I love beauty. I don't think I can live without it.
Okay, good. That's it, sweetie. Let it go. And can you let go of wanting and needing to not see?
Can I let go? Not eating.
Not see, not see, not see some things.
Yeah, I can let go of that. Yes.
Can you let go of wanting and needing to see?
Um, I'm closer.
Can you let go of wanting and needing to see?
Yes.
Could you live not seeing anything ever, ever again? Could you let go of wanting and needing to see?
I think if my third eye was open and I could see from there, if I was offering something spiritually, if I was offering
But
something
what if
to the
not,
world,
sweetheart? But what if not?
that'd be too hard.
What if you had to go on faith that angels were there for you and you never saw anything? Could you let go of wanting and needing to see?
If I could feel the angels and hear them, yes, I could let go.
Okay. So it's
But
a no. It's a no. That's a
I
no.
don't usually, I don't usually hear them.
You're doing great, sweetie. Keep going. You guys help her send her some good energy for release. Could you let go of wanting and needing to see?
Yes,
Could you
yes,
let go of wanting and needing to not see?
yes, I can.
Could you let go of wanting and needing to see?
Keeps reverting back.
Yeah. Yeah. You're doing great, sweetie. All right, I want you to keep working with this in the days to come, okay?
Okay.
I want you to keep working with this until you feel deep in your bones that you're completely okay. Whether you never see another thing again and you lose your sight completely, or your third eye is blown open or it's shut forever, whatever it is, you're okay with it, okay? All right.
Okay.
And in the group healing in the second hour, I want you to focus on this situation for with your husband. And I want you to start exploring practical avenues to have help with taking care of your husband.
Okay.
All right, my darling, you were very brave. Thank you so much. All right, Kim, you're up, sweetheart. You can unmute.
There, can you hear me?
Can.
Good. I can put on my
Yeah, I would love to see your pretty
video.
face. Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
There.
Hi, Angie. It's so nice to see you.
As well.
I thought I heard Judah. I've been trying to connect with Judah a lot. I really want to start channeling. I thought I heard Judah this morning say, "Welcome to the fold, little sister." And I got so overwhelmed, I almost started crying. And then I immediately pushed it out of the way because I was trying to go to work. So that's not relevant, but I just thought it was very cool.
I love
My
it.
question that I have is I've been doing a lot of work, and I'm really still struggling with financial abundance. So I can't seem to get to the root of what the subconscious belief is. So I'd really like to figure that out.
Okay.
That's my main concern right now.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's do a little on it now. And then during the group healing session, just hold that as a topic for you. Have you
Sure.
done the financial abundance treats yet in the Judah
No,
treat?
I haven't. No, unfortunately, I'd love nothing more than to come and see you or have a session with you, but I just don't have the money.
That's
So
okay.
that's
That's
a,
okay. So
a
you're going
big
to get,
problem of mine.
that's okay. You're going to get the Judah treats free for a month
Oh,
because you
wow.
signed up today. And when you get in there, I want you to find the ones for financial abundance, and I
Hmm.
want you to download them and you'll have them forever. And I want you to work on them, work with them the next 30 days.
I will.
Okay, so there are lots and work on it in this second section, but I'll just tell you this. Most people, most of us have dozens and dozens of subconscious beliefs about money.
I would think so. Yeah, it makes sense. My mom was a psychologist and I have a psych degree, and I mean, I get it. I just
Yeah.
don't know how to tap
Well,
into it and release it.
yeah, well, Judah Treats, you're going to get it free for a month, and it's an audio. All you need to do is listen to it, and you're
Amazing.
going to get to taste it. This second hour, we're actually going to do it together. And
Excellent.
if you focus on the money issue, you'll start clearing a lot of them. So what happens in the Judah Treats audio is you're Judah and I are giving commands to your subconscious mind to find the root cause, the belief,
Hmm.
and provoke it to surface so it can be permanently removed from your consciousness. Because we're like that iceberg showed, 95% of what we think, feel, say, do, and experience is being driven by our subconscious. So we can have the intention as conscious creators and spiritual persons and manifestors to create abundance. But if there's a belief buried in the subconscious mind about money, lack, limitation,
Or self-worth even, or
mm,
yeah, I think that's what it is for me, but
yeah, I
again,
can promise you it's that. It's that
yeah.
there's some things in there sabotaging your success. So,
Hmm.
for example, well, first of all, I had huge religious conditioning around it, right? The
I know.
love of
Yeah,
money is the root of all evil.
I've listened to as many videos of yours as I possibly could. So
Good.
I've been doing a lot of research.
Good. Think about how many people we see on the news who are incredibly, extraordinarily wealthy
Hmm.
and they're evil, are they not?
They could be, yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about, just for instance, for a moment, think about Jeffrey Epstein. You know what that
Oh,
did?
yeah.
Every time we see his image and hear that name and hear those stories, it's being imprinted upon our subconscious mind that rich people are wicked.
Hmm.
Okay, so most of us have that belief. So what happens is when we have a belief in your conscious higher self is saying, Kim, you deserve abundance. You deserve
Hmm.
it. It's your spiritual birthright. It's your inheritance. That's what your higher self is saying, and that's what angels are saying. But your subconscious mind may be saying something like, I want to be a good person, and rich people are wicked. So you have your part of you wants to be wealthy or be abundant or be cared for, and the other part does not because it wants more than it wants to be wealthy. It wants to be a good, loving person. And so the
Right.
belief has to be extracted from your subconscious mind, and we're going to do that in the second hour. But let's just quickly do, I want you to drop in to your heart, close your
Okay.
eyes, put your attention in your heart. And I want you to just voice the first memory that comes up, the youngest memory, the first memory that comes up around money or lack.
Just the lack of it. We were not very wealthy growing up. My parents were like farmers, sort of. So I heard them complaining about lack of money all the time.
Okay, I want you to go back. I want you to see yourself in that. I want you to be little Kim. I want you to be little Kim, listening to your parents say there's not enough. You got it?
Yep.
Judah, please tag and treat this belief there's not enough. And this deeply imprinted belief by Kim's parents, no matter what we do, no matter how hard we work, no matter how much we want to bless our children, our family, to be okay, to be safe, to have enough, there's just never enough. Lots and lots of effort. And some people are open to wealth, but they work themselves to death to get it because they have a belief that wealth only comes when you work really, really hard. Judah,
Mhm.
tag and treat everything. Oh, let's all do this together. You ready? I want you to all hold all your experiences with money. Judah, tag and treat for everyone here, all experiences with money. Tag and treat the word money and everything associated to it, every thought, every feeling, every experience, not just in this lifetime, but in all lifetimes. Treat it thoroughly. Neutralize completely all negative beliefs about money, about wealth, about abundance, and replace them with positive, self-empowering beliefs. I deserve abundance. I deserve abundance and it's effortless. And do a massive change history and everything after that. Good. Well, thank you for being here, sweetie. I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you're going to have that month with treats.
Me too. Thank you so
You'll see
much.
a shift.
I'm grateful.
Send me an email and tell me about the shift. I can't wait to
I
hear it.
will.
All right, darling. Okay, Grace, we've got time for one more. Miss Grace. Go ahead, my dear.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you for all these beautiful healings this morning, and they've been helpful to me as well. But I will ask my question. I'm a caretaker for my husband who has Alzheimer's and a hard time communicating now. We have FLFE, and I play your nighttime sleep meditation for him most of the night, and I think that's helpful. But is there anything else that I can do or something to help communicate with him better?
Mm. Are you at a stage where it's hard to communicate?
Yeah, it's
Mhm,
getting to the middle or later stages and
mhm,
hard
mhm.
getting around, and
Yeah. Mhm,
yeah, he's pretty happy though.
Good, 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 good. I'm so glad for that. Yeah, Judah says you can just speak directly to his spirit. You don't
Okay,
even have to voice it. You can if you want.
I've been trying to do that, but I'll
Just
really work on it.
just like people do when they have a loved one in a coma and they stand by their bedside and hold their hand and they just talk to them on faith that they can receive it. Just talk to him from your inner being. His brain may not be able, I hear Judah saying his brain can't process your words. His processing is nearly done. His ability
Right,
to process, but
yeah.
Judah says his soul can hear you.
Oh, awesome.
So keep speaking into his soul and know that his
Okay,
soul hears, knows, understands. And when he presents confusion or addledness or a twisting of what you're saying, not understanding, just hold in your heart the intention of what you want to communicate to him, and trust that it is going into his larger field of consciousness, his soul, just like dear, it was Laura went into that doorway and talked with her mom.
Awesome.
You can do that with your intention. Let's
Okay.
just send a bless. What's your husband's name?
Garrett.
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 Let's all send a blessing to Garrett. Garrett, will you do that? Just let's blow him some love.
Thank you. I feel it. Thank
Good.
you, everyone.
We love you, sweetie, and Garrett too.
Thank you.
I wish you
Thank
so, Judah, asked that you would pour out your grace on Grace, more grace on Grace and Garrett. For every remaining day he has, may there be so much love and so much grace.
Yes.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ask Judah event if you have a question for Judah, or you want some healing and maybe you're not in a position to afford a personal session right now. You can show up for that event. We have an hour where I take questions. I can't get everybody in, but I'll get as many people in as I can. You can ask Judah a question directly. And in the second hour, we do a group healing. They are very powerful and transformative, and we would love to see you there. Okay, much love to all of you. Seats are limited to 100 participants. Learn more and register by following the link in description, scanning the QR code, or by going to www.thejudahchannel.com/events. Reserve your spot today. Hello, precious one. I'm Anjie Hipple. Welcome to my beautiful mountain home. This is where I love to spend my mornings with my tea and my daily quote from Judah, and just commune in nature for a while and meditate on those 1 or 2 lines in my daily quotes that are those golden nuggets of wisdom that Judah has given us. Our team works really hard to sift and sort through hundreds of hours of channeling to find those one-liners that we most need to remember. And then they put them in the daily quotes for us. So join the thousands of people all around the world. Tomorrow morning, join me, join Judah, read that daily quote, set a beautiful intention for your day. We love to serve you in this way. You can sign up in the link below or go to thejudahchannel.com to subscribe to daily quotes. I'll see you tomorrow morning.